common denominator.
And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
Let's talk about something important. Put that coffee down.
I'm not here to waste your time.
Where else you gonna have this much fun?
You the man. You the man.
Todd Father.
Show me the money.
What I've been doing, had to triple my bag. Had to triple my bag. Wow. Had to triple my bag. Wow. Had to triple my bag. Yeah. Had to triple my bag.
60% of the time, it works every time.
That doesn't make sense.
Well, it's no trick to make a lot of money. All you want is to make a lot of money.
Hey, what's going on? Yannick, Coin Ghost. Hey, everybody over at Twitter and Facebook. Want to jump on here. A lot of weakness today in Bitcoin. I've been looking for 98,000 on Bitcoin. I still think maybe we're on track to do that. So want to go over the charts here real quick. Might be busy tomorrow. Got a Halloween party Saturday. Getting ready for that. So want to get back on there. Haven't been on the last few days. And Discord, I did recommend taking some, getting out of some long positions in coin and micro, cores, BMNR, etc. I kind of broke even small profits on different of those trades, but again, I thought we would turn down again, so I wanted to keep powder dry. So in Discord, I did say that Monday, that rally up there to 116, I thought was suspect. Our Ethereum technometer got up to 49.2, I think it was, on Ethereum. It's turned down sharply, so in front of us is Bitcoin. You can see that was a triangle everybody was looking at, but it was ABC higher for what I think was a B wave. So I think from the highs here, all-time highs, A down into that smash liquidation, sell-off, a B rally, and now we're C down to 98,000. You can see on the rally that we had there, the 116, volume did not come in, the blue line at the bottom. Technometer did here on Bitcoin, got up to 46.7. I know it was around 48.2, I think, at the highs. If we look at Ethereum, again, as I mentioned, I was trying to trade the range because I expected sideways to lower. The technometer here on the daily did close at 47.8, but we did touch 49.2 intraday. Again, volume not going anywhere, getting ready to hit new lows for the move. Technometer's neutral, 44.7. So there again, I mean, I think you're looking at this previous low back here at 33.54. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea to spike that out and spike out the liquidation low there at 34.35. At Binance was that low. Those are lows I think we got to be looking for. It shakes the trees. And Bitcoin, 98 takes us down here to this previous low on June 22nd. That was 98,200. I keep thinking we'll spike that before we make a good low, shake everybody out. Demand has been slow here on Bitcoin. I think everybody got long on all the bullish news, the ETF news, Trump news, everything. And now we just got to get rid of those people. So I still think that's what we're going to do. XRP got up there around, what, 265, turning lower at 243. That one may be down around $1.91 if we do turn down as expected. While we're here, let's jump right back in. Let's look at stocks real quick. NASDAQ down 227. Coming off the high yesterday and before the Fed meeting. Not sure if that's still a good top or just 1 or 2 day correction, then higher. If stocks have turned down, Crypto's going to face a tough fight to act very well. TLT, I've been talking about TLT topping out and starting a long drawn out sell-off to new lows for this huge triangle. If that would happen. So last few days here, definitely some selling coming in. GDX, I covered some shorts at the green arrow. And that was actually on this day. That was on Tuesday. I covered shorts for losses. I was looking for some type of B wave rally and then possibly another sell-off in GDX. USO, I talked about making a major low there back here on October 21st. Let me put that green on there so I have that for future. I think probably that's a 1-2 if you're doing an Elliott wave. If not, we're going to need a technometer to come back down to give us another add-on. Not sure we'll get that. This trend might be working much higher. As I showed this, 5 waves up, WXY down, and now getting ready to start 3 of 3 of 3. So I still think oil is probably the place to be. I will check Oxy. First, we're going to go to NBR. This is one that I mentioned there, 41. Did touch above 53 this morning early. We're trading at 50.82. I did take my profits around 47.75, I think it was. I didn't want to get caught in earnings, and oil did pull back. This one didn't. So I still like NBR longer term. And then Oxy, OXY. Acting a little bit weaker. As you can see, we did have, again, what got me excited about some of these was the selling in volume. And actually on Oxy, that's going to go clear out to yesterday. And then the oversold technometer. So Oxy definitely not as strong. I think I mentioned maybe that to you in the Discord, Yannick, but I would think that one will right itself here and continue higher as well. Tesla finally getting beat up today. Again, one that I think you want to be a buyer of if we can get any type of selling. I wanted to break at that 418 level. We got that twice, 3 times. I just didn't get the setup that I wanted, so I'm on the sidelines mostly in Tesla for clients. If we look at the DJI, the Dow Jones, you can see the green oversold levels have caught the lows. Currently, we're at 47. 38 is the green highlight. So if we get another 38 reading, probably got to be a buyer on the Dow Jones. These last 4 have worked perfectly. SPY, not much to add. Not getting oversold. QQQ, same type of thing, setting at 47, not much to add. BABA holding in there nicely. That's one I've talked about for quite a while. Major Wyckoff accumulation at the lows, as you can see there. That was classic Wyckoff. It just came off a major oversold down there at 160. Now we're back at 175. That one could work sideways anywhere here, but I think that one continues to go higher. With that in mind, we go back to the emerging market, EEM, that I did the video on down there at the lows. That's a 14-year, 15-year triangle that was ending quickly from 38 to 55. And again, any type of pullback, I was begging for something 50, 52 to add on to longs, get long. We'll see if that happens. Let's go to BNB. Down 4% today. Not much to add. I mean, definitely weakness in the volume. Going to new lows for the move here today. So I know I'd mentioned before, I think 932 level, this low back here, these are the levels on a lot of these charts. I think we revisit, that's 932. Would love to see that spike through on BNB. Hype. Nice strong action there in the last couple of weeks. Volume was down to new lows here. I mean, that is one, if the markets come back down again, it'd be nice, I think, for 36 would be a decent level. But that one is acting pretty well, so that one might continue higher. Might make a quick low early on somebody. ZEC. That one, as we've discussed, had a big buy divergences at the bottom. That one continuing to subdivide higher. I would say 262 on a pullback. When I get bullish Ethereum, I would jump on that one, but 265 might be a level that pulls back. Link. Again, volume here is going to new low actually today. Still would like to see, obviously I think you'll see 15 broken on this thing with any weakness, maybe probably lower than that. So I'd wait for a little better setup. Technometer's neutral, not much to add on Link. Now we'll check Zen. Zen, nice 3 oversold readings. Caught the lows. Actually, we had another one on this day. Let's add that while we're setting here. That was right there and there. I mean, that one had the jump and the backup and the last oversold reading. I know we were live mentioning that there at 1075 that it had the jump and the backup. So maybe we come back down and spike that 1045 level again. Drop back maybe 925, 950 worst case. Then I would be a buyer of Zen. Got some requests still here. Let's look at virtual. I don't think I've looked at this one before. I mean, I'd look for, acted well there last week with some big volume coming in. I mean, that one I would like. I probably, again, would just buy when I get a better setup in Ethereum and Bitcoin. But that's one that could do well. I'm going to set an alarm on that at today's high. Gets above today's high and Tuesday's high, that one might get going. Hey, what's up, Mark? Land and soil, what's up? Land and soil market's been a little bit crazy, definitely wiping some people out. Alts haven't done much. Bitcoin 106,850. I'm in cash on my trading bags for a Bitcoin. I got a 50% Ethereum trading bag. I've been trading Ethereum. Just missed selling it on the last rally. I had that 49.2, just didn't pull the trigger. I thought we might skate another 50 bucks higher, so I missed that. There's the, as you say, Mark, there's the virtual going back to the beginning. Doesn't change much for me, except, again, I'd be a buyer here shortly. Big house, Litecoin. Down 7-11 today. That's a pretty big sell-off. You can see volume continuing to hit new lows. Still selling in all these markets. I don't know if we can go down and spike 76. I mean, I think we got to spike these levels again, even though we did wipe out a lot of the longs on that liquidation day. But again, I think we're still lower, so I can't get excited about anything yet. XRP I briefly showed at the intro. Not much to add there. I do have a wave 4, Elliott wave, ending on that liquidation low, but again, I would think we can drop below 219. Maybe try $1.92. All these levels change. If I get bullish on Ethereum and Bitcoin, I'd buy all those whenever I give a buy on Ethereum and Bitcoin. Dad man, what's up? You know, I don't know. I mean, I know everyone got really bullish with the ETFs and Trump taking office, all of that. One thing that's kept me not as excited, have been here for a lot of these cycles. I mean, what bothers me, if we look at the Bitcoin chart, as I've showed this before, we've got 5 overbought readings on the technometer that called almost all these highs almost to the day or within a day or two. Volume continuing to show liquidation. This chart looks toppy. I mean, it looks like a buying climax. Automatic reaction, secondary test. Looks like an up thrust after distribution. Definitely a sign of weakness. And what could have been a last point of supply. I mean, now here we come down and we start breaking this, you know, the 106 level or the 104 level. So I think that gives us a spike to 98. Hopefully it's not a major top. And we go clear back down to 74. All I normally do, follow my indicators. When they get bullish, see where we're at. And go from there. Big house, there's the USDT tether dominance. My Wyckoff indicators at the bottom that we use at TradingView, no help on that. I mean, that chart looks a little bullish, so, which means Tether's going to start getting more assets. So, don't know. Bitcoin 107,360, bouncing a little bit off the lows. Ethereum 3750 down 153. Let me run my quick disclaimer real quick for my regulators.
There's a high degree of risk involved in trading stocks and cryptocurrencies. Our thoughts and ideas are for entertainment purposes only. Please consult your personal advisor or do your own research. Past results are not indicative of future returns.
I agree, Dad Man. I do think the newer participants, all the ETF buyers, that thought they were going to make a bunch of money. I think they do need washed out. I think that's slowly happening. It will happen if we fall to 98. I think you'll see a lot of liquidations from the ETFs. And then the next rally, no one will believe, and then that might be a good rally to new highs again. So I've been busy working on paperwork. I do have a couple of gentlemen talking about helping me start a crypto hedge fund. So I am trying to get that figured out. We'll see if we get it done, but who knows? Maybe we'll get it done. If we look at the crypto bubble chart, not much there. M and Rain are the two greens. Everything else, Ping U down 13%, Pump down 14%, Virtual 18.6, Aster 16.3, SPX obviously down, Pepe 10%, Trump 11%, WLD down 12%, so everything getting hit. If we look at some stocks real quick, my list here again, Coors, I did sell that at 1920 or so that one has continued higher. But you can see here these other holdings, MicroStrategy down a lot from the other day, Coin, the red arrow is my sell, the purple is momentum buy, Zone is one that has continued lower, SBET, same type of thing. I let most of that go the other day up there at 1475, I think. BMNR, let that go up at 53.50 or so. Those are coming under pressure. You're going to get some liquidation on those things. Again, I think. So that's why I wanted to move aside. So again, I sold most of my positions for clients in those looking for lower because I was so bearish. On other stocks, we did have a big winner today. This is one I've been talking about here on YouTube. You had same thing I always look for. Selling volume coming in here, the blue line. Price holding higher lows. We jump, we back up. I gave that one live to everybody. Down there at 55. Today we're 91. After earnings, that's been a big winner. A few more here we'll go through. MJ, I wanted to... I sold that at 37.75, I think it was. I thought we'd start a wide trading range. We are doing that. Technometer did get oversold the other day, but I haven't jumped back in. I'm going to watch that, maybe chase some key reversal day here, but that one's done what I wanted. Again, Neighbor had that big run. Sherwin-Williams, I talked about that on here. It had a nice gap up on earnings setting here. We'll see if that one can continue higher. TMO had a big trade in that. I did sell it at 543, I think it was. Wanted to get it back. I've not gotten it back. Winnebago is one that also that I mentioned here. We got to jump on that. Now we're doing a backup. We'll see if that one can hold here. That didn't really have any volume divergence, but had some nice Wyckoff labeling that's worked. NNE, that one I screwed up. I did sell it the other day at 45. Had a buy around 38. Missed selling it higher, so that's how you screw up a good trade. LNT, that one doing well, still holding up. That one looks higher. ATRC, I gave a sell on that up there at 37.64 or so. Didn't like the way it had touched new highs in reverse, so I blew out of that. Luckily, after today's, I didn't want to be long that going into earnings, so that one smashed. That one I will be watching from the sidelines. Here's Trump. Again, a decent rally there in the last 10 days or so on pretty good volume. But I'd look for still lower. Caterpillar had the big gap. Up 50 yesterday, 50 plus. Still holding gains. That one's had unbelievable run. What they were saying, AI is going to be good for them. So I think that's all I really got on the stock side to go over. Bitcoin 107,470. So sorry on that one. There's the Caterpillar chart. Sorry, I didn't know that was stuck. So again, we're going to go over these stocks real quick. Again, Cores, I sold that the other day along with the other crypto-related stocks. That one's continued higher. MicroStrategy, that one topped out at 300. I moved aside mostly on that as well, down here at 263. Coin, I said I would sell what you're not comfortable with. I was so bearish Ethereum and Bitcoin still, so all these have continued lower. Zone, SBET, BMNR was up there at 43.50 or so. That one's came under some pressure. Those all I'd look to buy back here when I get bullish on Ethereum and Bitcoin. Again, sorry on the screen being stuck. ATRC, I mentioned to get out of that. I didn't like the day we went to new high and reversed. Coming into earnings, I sold that around 37.70. Missed that bloodbath today. Guardian Health, I mentioned nice Wyckoff accumulation, the divergence between price and volume. Got on that at 55, it's 91. LNT still looks higher. MJ, I sold that higher around 37.70. Looking to buy back in a lower part of the trading range. We're going to get that. NBR continuing higher. NNE, I sold at 45 and change. Screwed up that trade. Had big gains, took good gains. Sherwin-Williams had a nice rally 3 days ago. We'll see if that one can hold and continue higher. TMO, I said I had a good trade, but I am out. Looking to buy back, and Winnebago is one that I've been talking about here. It did jump the creek and backing up. We'll see what that one does. I got a bunch of other ones I'm watching. LB is one that I'm watching. You can see here major sell volume coming in. Price didn't have higher lows, but it has sprung the lows. But I'm looking for something to buy back from this last 2-week rally. So a lot of stocks we're watching. The momentum setup scan. There's some big gainers on this board. I wish we would wipe out some of the stocks and get my momentum stocks to reset up. But a lot of these have huge gains. But we'll talk about that. I'll do a video just on momentum scan stocks if we can get a pullback in the stock market and wipe some of these out and get a good reset. All right, back to Bitcoin, 107,400. Again, I'm showing what I think. If you do Elliott wave theory, I think this is an ABC. Really, it's probably a double WXY, so it's ABC down, ABC up, and this is A down, B up. And we're doing the C down to 98. So that's still what I'm staying with. Dow up 150, SPY down 30. NASDAQ still down 203. So let's see if we get any weakness still today and tomorrow. And then see how crypto acts going into the weekend. But again, I got a party here Saturday, Halloween party, a big one. If we get any action tomorrow, I'll try to get live, or Nick and I will. If we're not too busy, if there's no action, I might not be live. Otherwise, maybe live Sunday if things get wild. Or for sure back here Monday. So that's all I got. Do your own research. This is not individual investment advice. And I'll catch everybody shortly. Be safe out there.